This is Arkan Times Daily News brought to you by Rohingya Imagination. Assalamu alaikum. I am Jawaddin. Today Tuesday 26 January 2016 headline. Invaded Rakhine sheds demolished in situ. Aung San Suu Kyi's second time meeting with army head Amanullah. NLD insists it will choose Rakhine State Chief Minister. The National League for Democracy insists it will appoint the Chief Minister and government for Rakhine State, despite protests by the Rakhine National Party (ANP), which won a majority of the state's elected seats in last November's election. However, the NLD will consult with all ethnic parties and will not discriminate against any of them. NLD Central Committee member Wu Nipyu said, noting that this policy of exercising the president's right to appoint chief ministers extended to all of Myanmar's 14 states and regions. The NNP, which largely defends the interests of the state's Rakhine Buddhist majority, says it should be given the right to form the state government. On January 19, it warned that it was ready to position itself in opposition for the interest of the Arakan people. Rakhine was the only state or region where the NLD was beaten into second place in the general election. But because of the 25% of seats allocated to the military, the NP fell just short of winning an overall majority in the state government. The NP's success at the polls was due in part to the decision by the military-backed government to strip holders of temporary white card ID papers of their right to vote. This mostly affected ethnic Muslims, which make up a large minority in the state. Under the constitution, which ethnic parties have contested, the president appoints chief ministers, who then select cabinet ministers, except for those under the direct control of the military. ANP Secretary Uti Aungjaw said that if the NLD wanted national reconciliation, then it should negotiate over forming a government, noting that the party of Aung San Suu Kyi had committed itself to a genuine federal union and equality for people. We want to serve in office because the Rakhine people gave us the mandate. Therefore, we demand to lead the formation of the state government, he told the Myanmar Times. In a recent visit to the state capital city, Wu Nipyu came under pressure from residents and civil society organizations to give the mandate to the ANP. Uti Aungjaw clarified that the party would act as a legitimate opposition rather than seeking to boycott the political process. In more conciliatory comments, he said the NP would accept government formed by the NLD if it did a good job developing the state. NLD spokesperson Wu Weinting said the NLD should meet with all ethnic parties at some point, but at the moment it was too busy and had not fixed a schedule of meetings. A group of joint army and police forces came to Kondong Quarter, Jimpian and Sipien Gudampara of Ongmingla tract of Sittwe today at 10:15 am and demolished a number of invaded sheds belonging to Rakhine community, which they built unlawfully on the land of Muslim Rohingyas. The Rohingyas abandoned the land while radical Buddhist Rakhine attacked brutally, then killed their members and burnt their homes and shops in 2012 with the collaboration of security forces. Still, the reason for demolishing the shelters and making the land space is unknown. Many said that it is not for returning to their original owners, but the state government wants to occupy the land because it has planned to build something on it. In support of aforementioned comment, information said that The government built separate horses for these Rakhine invaders, labeling them as IDPs. In fact, they are not being refugees in real. Burma Army leader Senior General Min Aung Hlaing and Aung San Suu Kyi held talks on Monday for the second time since the National League for Democracy chairwoman and her party emerged victorious in a November 2015 general election, according to Commander-in-Chief's office. The 2-hour sit-down in the capital Naypyidaw came more than a month after the two leaders first met on December 2. Also present for Monday's meeting were Min Aung Hlaing's deputy senior general Su Wi and other high-ranking generals, as well as NLD Central Committee members Win Thi, Win Myint, and Zom Mo, and Suu Kyi's personal physician Dr. Tim Yui, the statement said. Two sides frankly discussed matters related to a peaceful transition in the post-election period, parliamentary issues, formation of the next government, and measures to be taken to build permanent peace after the signing of the nationwide ceasefire agreement, the statement read. Suu Kyi's NLD won nearly 80% of seats contested in November last year and will hold the parliamentary supermajority it needs to choose Burma's next president. With Suu Kyi barred from assuming the presidency and the military controlling three powerful ministries, relations between the NLD chairwoman and Min Aung Hlaing were seen as a critical indicator of the extent to which the party will be able to govern effectively over the 2016-2021 period. Second meeting between the two had been tipped in recent weeks. Unlike Monday's gathering, their first encounter was a private one-on-one. The NLD will take power on April 1.